Yo, what's going on? What's going on, good people? Peace and love. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Happy Monday, happy mindful and miraculous Monday. It's your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugary Marston. You are tuned into another episode of SRDaily, episode 479. We are now just 4 weeks away. Tomorrow's 480. Then it's 20 episodes away from our next milestone episode. 500 is an incredible milestone. 100 weeks coming up on SR Daily, 5 days a week, Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Started on TikTok Live. Now we are consistently on Facebook Live, Instagram, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me, for tuning into the show. My brother Sefu Sankofa, thanks for tuning in so consistently, my brother. Thanks for being such a positive inspiration. Thank you for being a part of my support system, a part of my life system. I am feeling extremely grateful. My heart is extremely full, and I'm feeling like I'm right on purpose. I'm right on time. Make Monday monumental. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's start it up here. Make Monday monumental. That is the goal. That is the objective. Monday's a beautiful day. I like Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas says, thank God it's Monday. A lot of people thank God for Friday. They dread the weekdays. They dread Mondays through Thursdays because they work, they live a life, they lead a life that they're not in love with, a life that doesn't fulfill them, they don't feel fully satisfied with. And so Fridays, the weekend, they're able to let loose. They don't got to go to work for a couple of days. They don't got to go to school for a couple of days. So TGIF was a thing. Thank God it's Friday, right? Because it's the weekend. You can rest, you can relax, you can party, you can bullshit, do all of the things. But I love Eric Thomas said, thank God it's Monday. And I'm going to say we should be giving thanks every day, right? Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Monday. Every single day is a beautiful day. Every single day is a blessed day. I also do know that I am privileged in that I've chosen to align my life that way. I've chosen to make my life in a way where there's no day that I dread. There is no day, there is no set of days where I'm like, oh, I don't want to go through this day. I don't want to experience this day. This day is no. Every single day that I wake up, I am living in my purpose. I am living on purpose. I am striving, working to actualize my dreams, to make the vision I have for myself, for my family, for my community, make that manifest and come true. There is no day in which I wake up and I'm dreading doing something that day, right? There may be some days I have to do something, communicate with somebody where it may cause some anxiety, it may cause some nervousness, it may cause some tension, right? But that's because of that communication specifically. Like, then I got to go address this person, I got to talk to this person, I got to do this thing. But it's not because the day itself, where multiple hours are given to institution, to a space that I don't want to give it to. I recognize that that's a privilege that I've chosen, right? Because that comes with its own challenges and obstacles. But yeah, I recognize you're really real. What's going on, my brother? Peace and love, peace and love. Mona Love, TGI. Oh, I like that. TGIT. Thank God it's today. We're going to use that. We're going to throw that on a motherfucking t-shirt. We got some visibility that we got to build on. We got to freaking maximize this moment. TGIT. Thank God it's today. Bring that Friday energy into every day. Come on, minister. Come on, preach that good word. You right? Sefu said, good talk, great inspiration. I appreciate you. SR Daily is part of my morning routine. I give thanks, my brother. Give thanks. Mona Love said, happy mother loving Monday. Yeah, that's the energy. That's the vibe. But yo, listen, guys, what's going on? Eddie Kruger, my brother. Peace and love. Happy mindful, miraculous Monday, man. We're here with another episode, another week. This is week 97 of SR Daily. 97 weeks on air so far. Episode 479. Again, 21 episodes away from milestone episode 500. I'm extremely excited. My heart is full. Like, my spirit is like extremely full, and like my mind is like blown, right? From all of the things that's been happening. Yesterday was freaking magical. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna share this live with a few people real fast, right? So hit that share button, share this live with 5 to 10 of your peoples, right? Let them know what's going on. Let them know that you are tuned in to SR Daily on this Monday morning. Don't keep it to yourself, right? Do not keep the good content to yourself. Spread the love, yo. And we're going to get this thing started in a few short moments. We are going to start the show, guys. So I appreciate you and your patience. I appreciate your love and support. I appreciate your good energy. We're going to have a good time today, man. Like, I'm really excited for this show. I'm really excited to go forward. I'm really excited on approaching episode 500. Right, I'm excited for all of the shit, man. Like for real, for real. It's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to be living in and on your purpose. And once again, I'm grateful. So once again, guys, before we go forward, I am your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You are tuned into SR Daily. SR Daily is where personality meets enlightenment. We're here Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, Instagram Live. And we're going to get this thing started with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is a word of the day. Today's word is revolution. Revolution is defined as a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. A fundamental and often sudden change in power or social structure, most commonly referring to the overthrow of one government and its replacement by another. It can also mean a drastic change in thinking, technology, or complete turn or cycle, like an astronomical orbit or mechanical rotation. A change in the way a country is governed. It's time for a revolution. 100%. Let's read that one more time. What's going on? What's going on? Classic. Peace and love. Word of the day, revolution is defined as a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system, a fundamental and often sudden change in power or social structure, most commonly referring to the overthrow of one government and its replacement by another. It can also mean, right? It doesn't have to mean forcible overthrow. It can mean that. It does mean that. It doesn't only have to mean that. It can also mean a drastic change in thinking, technology, or a complete turn or cycle, like an astronomical orbit or mechanical rotation, a change in the way a country is governed. Do we need a revolution? Like, yes, we do. We need to change the way this country is governed, right? We need a drastic change in thinking and technology or complete turn or cycle, right? We need a shift in social order, right? We need a new social order, a new dynamic, a new paradigm. Because too many people are homeless, too many people are hungry, too many children, babies are being killed, right? Like in general, people are being killed, but babies, literal babies are being killed, right? People can't afford rent, right? People work at a job, can't even people work in a neighborhood, can't afford to live in the neighborhood. People work at a job, can't even afford to shop at that job that they work at, whether it's retail, food, whatever it is. Come on, like that's not life, in my humble opinion. That's not the way this thing is cut out to be. There are people, and if I'm not mistaken, in Sierra Leone, they dig the diamonds they can't even afford. They dig the stones, right? Create the diamonds that they can't even afford to purchase. It's a fucking sham and a shame. It's tragic and it's terrible. So it's time for a revolution. The beautiful thing is that the revolution is happening. I love it. To me, my opinion, this weekend was absolutely revolutionary. Absolute revolutionary weekend, from the Curb Fest for political prisoners in South Jamaica houses, spearheaded by my beloved brother Sefu Sankofa, chair of the Northeast Political Prisoner Coalition. I see my man Corey Green out there, holla, HOLLA, how our lives link all together. They're doing incredible work in the neighborhood around healing justice and like freedom of political prisoners, like all of the dope shit. That was dope. From that on Saturday, right? Even my men's group, we had some revolutionary healing and stuff going on in my men's group that I had Saturday morning, early afternoon, right? Like addressing some real shit in the most loving way possible. Powerful, revolutionary, new way of thinking. How do I tell my brother, who's my hero, who I love, who I admire, who I respect, that he says something or he did something or he's been in a way that causes some discomfort in me? How do I address my hero? It's revolutionary, change of thinking. Not, oh, F him, oh, that ain't. No. It's love and respect. But something's weighing on me. How do I bring it to attention, right? How do I bring it to attention? So from all of that to yesterday's closing of the Day New York exhibit at Grand Central Station, my goodness. Sefu, you was there for a great part of it. You was there for the surprises. You was there. Kruger, you was there. You was there the first day and you was there the last day, my brother. You was literally there the first day and you was there the last day. Like, thank you so much. Mona, you came with your boys, 2 or 4. You came again and again. And you went the day before by yourself. Right? Oh, that was Friday. Friday, you went by yourself. We went Saturday night. You went Friday by yourself. And then you came back yesterday like, thank you. Yesterday was freaking revolutionary. Like, and what made the Dear New York closing so revolutionary, right? Sabrina Santiago, right? Like, I'm about to talk about you. I appreciate you. Like, one of the photographers from the Dear New York exhibit, right? Had an own two-side wall in the Vanderbilt Hall. Incredible. But what made yesterday so revolutionary to me, right? Like, so much of it was revolutionary. But specifically, we're seeing Hawk Newsome, who is the president of the Black Lives Matter New York chapter and the founder of Black Opportunities, also in the exhibit with his daughter, but specifically in the Dear New York book. I got goosebumps. With his daughter, one of the photos in that book. Number one, he got a 6-page spread. I had 4 pages. I thought I was lit. I'm still lit, right? Everybody's lit, all right? But he got a 6-page spread. That shit is beautiful as fuck. Oh my goodness. One of the photos with his daughter, the back of his shirt, Brandon took a picture of them walking away, him and his daughter walking. In the back of his shirt, says, fuck the mayor, right? It says, fuck the mayor. And Brandon kept that, he used that photo in that book. Like at this time, when people don't want to talk about, a lot of people don't want to, right? Even though a lot of people are speaking against people in positions of power who aren't leading right, who aren't making sure all people are taken care of, people are speaking out. There's always some people who don't want to speak out, want to play itself. Well, that's the leader we chose, and well, that's the boss, and well, we gotta, no, F that. Hawk Newsome and his people's Black Ops constantly like, yo, fuck the mayor, because he's creating policies that restrict housing. He's creating policies that put people in worse positions than they were in before he got in office. He's talking about Eric Adams, right? So the fact that Brandon Stanton used that photo at this time in that book, which is on this scale, is a testament to not only Brandon's realness, right? Not only Brandon's realness as a photojournalist, but also a sign that the revolution is indeed alive and well. People are tired of the same old, same old. We need a new way of thinking. We need a new structure, a new paradigm. We need a new way of governance, right? We need a new way of community building. We need a new way of engaging in politics. We need politicians to have a new way of engaging with us. And ultimately, it's the old way, remembering that the power is always with the fucking people. The power is always with the people. We just got to remember that shit and not be afraid to stand up, not be afraid to speak out when shit ain't going right, not be afraid to like be unliked, be disliked by people. Oh, I don't like them because they speak out too much. They always talk about this. So what? We talking about freedom. We talking about freedom for all people. We talking about justice and liberation. We talking about peace, love, and truth. That's what we talking about. You don't agree with that? You don't agree that everyone should have literally the right to love, to peace, to truth, to freedom and justice, and to be liberated? Really? Okay, cool. We're not on the same side thing, because I'm on the side of goodness. I'm on the side of God. I'm on the side of love. I'm on the side of the Most High's will be done in creating heaven on earth. So like, but yeah, that was crazy. And what's wild to me is as I was writing these notes this morning, was that some people don't want a revolution. Some people do not want a revolution. Some people who are unhappy with the way things are in their families, in their communities, and society as a whole do not want a revolution. I'll never forget, a couple years ago, I was speaking to a dear brother of mine from the Bronx, an incredibly talented musician, artist. He's a great father. He's a great husband, right? Like a dear brother of mine. Dear brother of mine. We were talking about wanting to work with him on a children's series, right? And wanted to create, it was something about revolutionary heroes. That's exactly what it was. Revolutionary heroes. He said, instead of revolution, because, it might rub people the wrong way, can we call it evolutionary heroes? And I was like, and clearly that project never manifested, right? Because I understood him. And I'm like, okay, like to get to evolution, though, there's got to be a revolution. It has to be a change in thinking. People, when they think revolution, they automatically think forcible overthrow of a government. That's part of it. Sometimes, because like when you got to get free and motherfucker got their foot on your neck, you got to get the fuck off me. You got to do that sometimes, right? But that was wild to me that some people who are extremely unhappy with their conditions, personally, familiarly, and communal, societal, still don't want a revolution. It's crazy. Yo, Empress AK, what's going on? Appreciate you. Yo, Ryan's Creation, what's going on, Brianna? Let's keep moving right along, family. Move to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, Need to Know News of the Day. Dear New York closed yesterday. But it closed with such freaking amazing energy. My goodness, yesterday was purely magical. I told myself, I think Thursday, Friday, that when it closed, I was gonna stay until they took my photo down. I was gonna stay by my photo, by my billboard, until they took it down. Right? I did not do that last night because I didn't have to. I felt so complete. Like yesterday's energy was purely magical, from my uncle David to my cousin Chris coming, to my brothers Yannick and John Johnson coming. They're both of their first times coming, right? To my added sons, Kyle and Noah, right? Like to them coming, right? With their mom, like powerful. To my brother Frank Brown, who came again, and my brother Eddie, who came again to share the moment with me. Like, these are my brothers who like know some of the stuff that I've dealt with, that I'm dealing with, right? And they're there for me, whether it's in grief group, whether it's on a block, right? Whether it's on the phone, they're there for me. They're with me, right? So them coming again, to running into my brothers Steph Reed and Hawk Newsom, two badass revolutionaries and stand-up men who are both also featured in the exhibit and in the book. Right, to seeing and talking with my man Jamel Shabazz, legendary street photographer and photojournalist from Brooklyn. He got a book that I still haven't bought. I got to buy this book. I'm gonna go look today. Hit him up today so I can get, if he got copies directly or if I got to order through a site. But he got a book, y'all, called A Time Before Crack, where he was photographing people in Brooklyn, in Red Hook, and in different neighborhoods in the 70s before crack. He got books like that. Yeah, the book he had yesterday that he was showing off. So Jamel Shabazz also has a wall, right, similar to Sabrina Santiago, similar to Hira Hassan, who I'm going to talk about in a second. Jamel Shabazz has a wall. He's one of my favorites, right? Like Jamel Shabazz is probably my favorite, right? Him, like Gordon Parks, obviously. But Jamel Shabazz, I know. I've known him for over 10 years, close to 15 years now. We've been in some of the same spaces, know some of the same people. So yeah, like talking with him, seeing him, like phenomenal. Seeing him, like my man Yannick met him. Yannick, like, said Jamel Shabazz is his idol, right? One of his heroes. Like, so for them to meet, and Yannick came because of me, came to support me. For them to meet, right? Like, phenomenal. Phenomenal. He and my uncle came. My uncle realized, and they worked together in Rikers Island freaking 30, 40 years ago. Realized they was in Germany in the military freaking 40 years ago, right? 50 years ago, however long ago. They was in the military, same time together. Like, seeing each other yesterday. Like, yo, you look familiar. You look familiar, right? To meeting, again, Hira Hassan, featured photographer of Vanderbilt Hall, all right, who hit me up, who we've been connecting around, her photography, dope photographer, but specifically around mental health. Something I said in my video with my mom on the Humans in New York page, that at 19, I said with a gun to my head, I really wanted to kill myself. I really was crying and praying for the strength to pull a trigger in my life. She mentioned a loved one of hers, a dearly beloved of hers, who earlier this year completed suicide. And we've been talking about mental health, and she wants to do more around mental health. And I let her know about the grief group that we do in Queensbridge. I let her know about me as a certified therapeutic art coach, right? Mental health first aid certified. I'm here to support, right? I've learned how to process my grief, and I'm here to now then like be a space for others, right? So yes, it's meeting Sabrina Santiago, right, who's also a featured photographer at Vanderbilt Hall, man, like super freaking incredible. Who she said she saw my video and it touched her, right? I saw like 10 books yesterday, like more than 10 books autographed, right? So like all that shit was special, man. Essentially, just to the love being shown in so many ways, not just the love for me and my feature, but the love for Steph Reed, the love for Hawk Newsom, right? He showed me the video of when his daughter saw herself on a fucking jumbo screen. She just had her hands. He said she put shades on, walking around all day with shades like, I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to be noticed. That's some big shit, right? So like, I'm convinced. I don't need no more convincing. Can't nobody tell me different. I'm fully convinced that Dear New York was and is the greatest artistic display in New York history that I've ever witnessed. And even probably before my life, and maybe the greatest artistic display in American history. Time will tell, right? Like as the stories come out, as the impact comes out, because it's not just the stories, it's not just the art, right? is what this art was able to do. It was able to foster connections that would have never been fostered before, never been forged before. People who would have just walked by each other in the streets, in the same subway station, if not for these photos being up, if not for this art being up. Same people who walk past each other would have kept walking past each other. I know there's some conversations I had with some people, specifically in the subway station, that I may have never had. Now, me being who I am, I may have spoken to them in passing because I speak to people, but it would never have been a reason to stop to engage in conversation, right? And so, like, this brought people closer together, both friends and strangers. Family was brought closer together. I think my mother and I are closer together because of this, right? Like what I said in my interview that Brandon put in the book, that when my dad died and me and my mother didn't have a good relationship, I would cry asking God, why you take my father? You should have taken my mother. Like, why'd you let my father die? Why you ain't take my mother? She read that, had a reaction to that, still came in, hugged me, and asked me to forgive her because she had so much hurt inside. This exhibit did that shit. That shit would not have been able to happen without this. Man, let's move right along, family, to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, our tip of the day. Today's tip is to never dim your light. Never, ever, ever dim your light. Never downplay what God, the divine, is doing in your life. Remember that it is in darkness. It is darkness. It is in darkness in which the people and the planet both need the stars the most. It is in darkness that the stars need to illuminate and light the way, show the path home, be a guide. It is in darkness, and this is a time of darkness. We are in a dark age. We are in a dark age, and we need the light bearers. We need the light bearers. If you are a light bearer, please shine your light in whatever way makes sense for you, whether a photographer, writer, artist, musician, right? Whether scientist, whether psychologist, therapist, right? Speech therapist, language interpreter, right? Electrician, plumber, right? Mental health support, educator, right? Freaking juice maker, whatever it is, shine your light. Shine your light. Shine your light. Embrace your light. Shine as brightly and boldly as possible as you possibly can. And remember that you have a purpose. And as a bright light, let's say the sun, your duty is to reflect back to the people their own light. Your duty as the sun, as a very, very, very bright light, is to reflect back to the people their own light, to remind them that they have light inside of them. That, and if they don't illuminate, if they don't light up, that eventually the flame, the light gonna flicker away. Because let me tell you something. If you dim your light, if you dim your light, if you downplay your shine, the people who you love, who you say you want to help, the people who you care about, if you downplay your shine, those people will remain in darkness longer than is necessary. But hey, maybe it's all necessary. I don't know. But that's just a tip. You ain't got to take my word for it. You can dim your light all you want. You could downplay what God is doing in your life all you want. If that's your choice, it's your prerogative. You could do that. You could do that. I can't stop you. What I can do is, in my own way, live, shine as bright as I can, and continue to encourage you. Come on, you got gold in you. Come on, you shining inside. Like, let the world see that shit. Let the world feel that shit. Let the world feel your light. Let them feel your warmth, the warmth that comes from your light. Let them be guided back to self, into a greater purpose because of your light, in your light, with your light. Man, listen, we could, I told Mona I gotta find a way to start streaming nightly. Right? I gotta find a way to start streaming a couple of hours a night straight. Live stream. There's no recording, there's no go back, it's live stream. I gotta find a way because I got some shit. Like, I've always had some shit, all right? But this Day in New York exhibit has sparked some shit. Some shit has been sparked these last 10 days, these last 14 days. In my heart, in my mind, and in my spirit. And I'm more inclined now to spread this good word of love, of power, of truth, of resilience, of resistance, right? Of empowerment, right? Of self-sufficiency, of human revolution and human potential. Let's move right along, though, to our fourth and final segment of the day, family. Today's fourth segment is, as always, our build of the day. And today's build is on human connection. Human connection is what will make our world a better place. It is not all of the programs. It is not all of the education. And again, those are critical, right? Educational programs, mentorship programs, leadership programs, sports programs, but it's human connection. So you can have all of the programs if humans are not connecting deeply beyond the surface, beyond what you ate for breakfast, beyond let's go play this sport, do this thing, practice and train. If we're not connected on a soul-to-soul level, a heart-to-heart level, a spirit-to-spirit level, a mind-to-mind level, if we are not connected on that level, it doesn't mean we have to agree on everything, not at all. But if we are not connected on that level, if it's not sensitive, things are not centered around human connection and human revolution, then like our world is going to be a better place. And we see it. We see so many programs. We see so much money being dumped into this, into that. But a lot of times, the change that we want to see is not happening, right? Because it's not happening on a person level. People are not revolutionizing themselves, right? People are not connecting with themselves and with others, right? Like, so understand, like people actualizing their dreams, realizing their purpose, and then connecting with others to foster communication and exchange. That's what's going to make the world a better place. That's what does make the world a better place. People actualizing their dreams, realizing their purposes, and then connecting with others to foster communication and exchange. That's what makes our world a better place. So I like to think, right, in our world becoming a better place through our human connection, right? Through human personal revolution, like you striving to be the best that you could be, and then connecting with your brother and your sister who live next door to you, who work at the store up the block, the crossing guards, right? The people at the clinic. Connect with people, meet on a level, look eye to eye. How are you? And I mean, I'm here to listen. I hope that you are well. I send love to you and your family. I am here with you. I am here for you. Right? By helping people get closer to themselves, by understanding themselves better, and then by helping them get closer to others and understanding others more, especially those you disagree with and may be completely opposed with how they choose to live their lives. That's how we make the world a better place. Can you sit in space with someone you despise? Can you sit in a space, whole space, and listen to somebody who lives a life, has an ideal that you are completely opposed to? Can you? It's very tough. I think sometimes we don't always have to, right? But I think there's times when we should, depending on who the person is, depending on what, right? Like, because it could be somebody who their whole philosophy is on you should be dead for whatever the reason, because of your skin color, because of who you choose to sleep with, because of the money you have or don't have, or where you live, your language you speak. They think you should be dead. The freaking reproductive system that you would listen. I read a long time ago, Catholic Encyclopedia. Any human born without a phallus is like a disgrace, a degeneration, and they deserve to be taken advantage of. It's like you're saying women, right? Like women. It's people who believe that. The subjugation of women is rooted in that. So maybe some people who have that mindset you don't want to sit with and listen to, because like, cool. But some people, again, the ones who are just caught in purgatory, who are just a little bit lost in the middle, don't know which way to go, really, those are the ones you could bring in. Those are the ones you could fish for, pull them in. Right? Brownstone Jazz, what's going on? Yo, Urban Jabaro, what's going on? Brownstone Jazz family, appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. But guys, like human connection. That's what this art exhibit did in New York really, really highlighted. Human connection, from the connection of Brandon had with each person he met and took a photo of and interviewed, to the connections that were fostered, to the connections that were developed because of the exhibit. Right? I got some people I met some new people who I like to believe are going to be my friends. All right. Two of them I mentioned here, Sabrina Santiago and Hira Hassan. I believe that those two women are going to be my friends. I want to be friends with them. They're talented, right? Just brief conversations with them, like similar goals, similar missions, very different, but very similar. Right. So yeah, right. Like human connection. And that's how you make the world a better place, man. And guys, with that is our show. I love you guys, like with my whole heart. I appreciate you guys with my whole being. I'm thankful. My heart is full. Yo, Moon Rock, what's going on? You was there in Green Central Station. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Greetings from My Haven. Hey, home of the Yankees, My Haven. What up, BX? Boogie down, boogie down, boogie down. Said Fusen Kofa said, very revolutionary weekend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yo, listen, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marson. This is SR Daily, episode 479. Mark your calendars, Tuesday, November 18th, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is episode 500. It is a live studio audience. We can only accept 50, maybe 60 people. I'm going to put the RSVP out between today and tomorrow. We're going to get a flyer done. We're going to promote this thing. If you want to come, mark your calendar. It's open. There's no fees, no nothing. You just come be a part of the audience. We're going to have some dope interviews. We're going to talk for an hour. It's going to be an incredible show. Because every 100 episodes, instead of the regular 30-minute show, we make the show 1 hour. We do a live studio audience, and we actually do guest interviews. So generally, I don't interview nobody. Like people send, especially on Instagram, people send, some of my people may send a request to join the live. And I don't never accept it, because like this show, regularly 9 to 9:30, SR Daily is not about interviews. The Sugar Ray Show, once we launch that's going to be all interviews, panel discussions, things like that. But this show is about me sharing my perspective, me sharing my thoughts, me sharing what I think is important, right? From the news of the day to the quotes of the day, phrase, word of the day, right? To the tip of the day and the build of the day. This is my thing, right? But mark your calendars, though. Episode 500, Tuesday, November 18th, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. in Long Island City, Queensbridge, 10-25, 41st Avenue, Community Center. We'll be right there in the gym. It's going to be lit. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have, food. We're going to have some fruit, right? And we're going to have some beverages. Don't know exactly what beverage yet. Maybe reach out for a sponsor. We're going to have some fruits, but it's going to be super dope. I'm through. But guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Please do join us tomorrow. Same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, Instagram Live. I love you guys. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Peace and love. Peace, peace, peace.